Welcome to a video on email marketing. So what we're going to talk about today is um, basically the high levels of how to set up your email marketing. I want to say setup, like holistically, not just how to send an email. If you want to learn how to do that, you can just do a Google search for a guide. But really about how do you collect emails, how do you manage and auto kind of interact and engage with your email followers, and how to build and set up campaigns as well. So there's really an entire ecosystem around email marketing that you would want to set up if you're running your own business. So this is a video that we're going to talk about that topic. So just to start off, what I'll do is uh, that was let me redo this. Actually, I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller. So if you think about this line as the user journey, oops, um, you have initially what you have is email collection. Email, this should be much larger. Once it's collected, um, you will then want to um, maintain or engage with your email list, if you will. And then finally, what you'll want to do is something called um, run campaign. So there's a few components to the whole entire setup. I'm going to show you how to do this, so you have an understanding of what to even ask for or what to even search for when you're looking for Google guides. So the first component is some kind of forms. And I'm going to draw this out first, and then I'll talk through the actual different components. I should have probably made this a little bit smaller, but that's okay. Workflows and campaigns. Okay, so forms is how you collect emails. Generally speaking, not always. Forms are the subscribe for 10% off things on, if you've ever seen a Shopify site or a WordPress site, they'll have a little box for you to enter your email, or they'll have a pop-up. So those are all forms. So forms, for the most part, takes the shape of what I just described. So pop-ups and embedded form. So this is a form on the site. It doesn't pop up. It just kind of sits there. Okay. Generally speaking, the way forms work is it's an incentive for your customers and your audience to sign up for a for your service. Meaning, a lot of times, the most commonly used incentive is a 10% off coupon or a 15% off coupon of some sort. Other times, it's a way to engage. If your clients or customers want to have more information about your services, or if you haven't even launched yet and you just want to collect some information, so you can also add a form that allows people to sign up for more information or more news once you are launched. So forms is one of those passive um, lead acquisition channels that you'll want to set up on your website when you get started. And how you want to do this, I won't go through it in this video because then it'll be a 2-hour video. But what you can do is just go to Google and search for setup website email form, and then whatever email marketing tool you're using, like MailChimp, and then there's going to be a ton of guides. It's really simple. Okay, so this is what you want to do. So add an embedded form to your website, or you want to search for add pop-up form. So these are the kind of the keywords you want to search for. So and then you'll get a lot of different guides. Okay, and so this is what the point of this video is about, is to show you what to search for, what to show you what to ask, how to ask the questions, because sometimes, honestly, if you've never done this, you don't really know where to get started. So that's the form. So what this takes care of is passive lead generation. Now, you still gotta generate the traffic. You still have to get people to your site. And maybe what we'll do is we'll probably do another video on how to generate traffic and the different channels you can go to generate that. But for today, we're going to talk about email marketing. So now that you have your email collection set up and you're starting to get some emails, I will also say, sorry, one last thing is there are other ways to generate. This is like purely within your email marketing software. The most obvious ways of generating email leads is literally to make a sale. When you make a sale online, you will acquire your customer's email address, and you can then populate it or link it to your email marketing tool. And again, you can just search for Shopify, MailChimp, and there will be like apps, or they'll have integrations for MailChimp with Shopify or WordPress or any other website content management system you're using. Okay, so I should also, I guess for completeness, what I'll do is I'll also add online sales to this kind of email generating channel. So once you've generated your kind of leads and you have whether it's a couple hundred or a couple thousand emails, what you want to do is you want to nurture that email list, because what happens over time is when people sign up for your email, they want to learn more about your company, or they want to take advantage of a discount code. But if they don't make that purchase, or if they don't take action immediately, or if you don't engage with them for the first couple of days or weeks even, then they will forget about you and they'll move on to other things. It's kind of like if you've ever shopped online, you want to engage, like you want to get an email with a coupon code if that's what the retailer has promised you. So that all of those automated events and automated emails falls under the workflow category of email marketing. Hopefully that makes sense. And I'll give you some examples of what workflows includes. So the first, I'm not going to list all of them, because honestly, this is the super customizable section of email marketing, as well as campaigns. We'll get to that in a minute. But I'll list a few as examples, and I'll show you kind of the full quote-unquote list, even though you can do a lot more. So the first is abandoned cart. So this is if you've added an item to your cart, you didn't finish the purchase. What happens is, how this triggers is leaves cart. Oops, can't spell today. You leave the cart, wait, let's say 4 hours, send email, something like that. So how that works is literally customer leaves their cart abandoned. The email marketing software you're using, whether it's MailChimp or OmniSend or Klaviyo, I think, am I pronouncing it right? They'll wait 4 hours and then send you an email say, hey, David, you've forgotten your thing. Please, finish checking out and pay us. So that's what that is for. So that's an automated email that gets automatically triggered. Other examples include, let me think, okay. So, and that workflow, by the way, could actually be more. Let me show you. And then let's say, for example, it sends me an email saying, hey, you forgot to check out, and then I choose not to buy it. What happens is it can then wait another 24 hours and then send another email. So if this is the case, in this kind of scenario, oh gosh, this is really complicated. Let me delete this. Well, imagine an arrow going from here to here. There we go. In this case, this is a 2 email kind of workflow, and you're doing a second follow-up on top of the initial email. Okay, so you can really customize it to your liking. However, I will tell you, I'm gonna verbally go through this now, but I'll show you literally how to set this up in a moment. Well, not literally. I'm gonna show you the guides you'll want to use. Okay. Other examples are um, so you can, let's say you publish blog posts on your I'll just call these routine emails. They're not really campaigns per se, but you can actually link published blog posts. So let's say you have someone writing a blog post for your website as part of your content management system, and we'll actually do another video on content management, content marketing as well. And then you can actually link that published blog post to your email marketing tool, and you send out an email to your clients anytime you publish a new blog post. So that's another automated workflow. I won't go through all of them, but suffice to say, hopefully everyone understands the purpose of a workflow is to automatically trigger email sends to your customers based on parameters and based on kind of triggers, if you will. So how you will want to set this up is, I'm going to use MailChimp as an example. You guys can use any email marketing software, by the way. Actually, I think I think they have pretty good email marketing setups. Popular workflows. Yeah, so first result. So I'm gonna click into this. Actually, I wanna click into their blog post. I wanna just highlight this. There are like a dozen, like 6 to maybe 15 very, very commonly used workflows that every retailer will use. So if you're operating an online business, I really recommend setting those up. And I'll show you we'll go through what they are now. So welcome emails. These are the 10% off emails, or sign up and we'll send you a newsletter. This is what that is. Okay. Abandoned automation. So that's what we talked about earlier with this little box. Actually, this little box. Why is there 2 different ones? Browse. Oh, okay. So okay. So this is when you actually browse a product, but didn't add to cart, I believe. And this is if you add it to cart and you didn't check out. So I'm kind of too lazy to draw it out, so I won't draw it out. But basically, if you think of it as a user journey, from the moment the visitor visits your website to them going to the product page or the product catalog page, to them clicking into a product, to them adding it to your cart, to them going to the checkout page. Each step is another kind of piece of that conversion funnel. And so what they've done is they've broken down that abandoned cart automation, and then created a second kind of email marketing or automated email for that component. So this is what I mean when I say this component is very customizable. You could really break it down as as much as you want. Um, I will say this is not as commonly used, so I'm not sure why it's listed as um, you know number two. I think this is in order. This is in order from a user journey. So welcome series, abandon browse, abandon cart, thank you email. So this is if you've made your purchase, how to use the product review automation. So I'm guessing this is them asking you for a review. Yeah. This is if you want to ask your customer for a review, you can do this. Cross sell and upsell. So this is emailing your customers saying, hey, David, you liked shampoos. You might also want to buy conditioners. Take a look at our conditioners. So this is what that's for. Replenishment. So this is a recurring. This is a subscription or repeat customer setup. Basically, a lot of retailers nowadays. So if you operate a online coffee shop, you might ask your clients or customers to sign up for a monthly coffee subscription. So that's what this is for. Yeah, back to stock. So I'm gonna not go through all this. Actually, I don't think all this is very good, to be honest. Maybe I'm gonna look at this one instead. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, this is better. Thank you, repeat customer. Yeah, unengaged customers, first purchase anniversary. This is a better one actually. Um, yeah, so I think this is better. But point being, when you're ready to set up your email automations or workflows, some companies call it automations, some companies call it workflows. Let me try automate. Yeah, automations. Okay, I think they call it workflows. Uh, commonly used email WA. Okay, so this is another one that's really good. My takeaway for you guys, FYI, is here's what I think you guys will need. Everything else is, use your own due diligence. Um, welcome email, thank you email, transaction confirmation or receipt, abandon cart, and reengage. I think this is actually the most, core automations you'll need. Re-engagement itself can be broken down into like 4 or 5 different email automations where you re-engage after 7 days, after 14 days, after a month, so on and so forth. Abandoned cart can be broken down kind of like the other guys. What they've done is they've broken down to abandoned cart and an abandoned browse. I don't think that's necessary to do an abandoned browse, but that's up to you. Transaction email, very important. It tells them, it basically gives them a receipt. Um, thank you email, you might want to merge these two, up to you. But in the thank you email, you may want to provide them additional instructions. What that means is if you have delivery timelines and delivery guidance, you might actually want to include a kind of a delivery time in your email itself, in the thank you email. So how to the customers, they've made the purchase, they have this thank you email, and then you're telling them next steps. What do they do now? So and then welcome email is very important. So this is actually a much better list. So let me just add this here. When you're ready, okay, there we go. When you're ready to set up, just Google how to set up welcome emails, how to set up workflow, and what you'll find is probably like one big guide that show you how to do all of this. And then the email marketing tool you're using, whether it's OmniSend or Mailchimp or Klaviyo, they will have their own kind of guides on how to do it, so it's not really hard at all. There's other videos on how to do that as well. Now, the last component is your campaigns. So sorry to keep you waiting, but if you already have an email list, this is probably what you want to do right now. Like this is you sending an email and making a lot of sales. This is what that's about. Let me show you. I don't know if they have email campaign examples. No, that's templates. Email campaign opportunities. I want to be really careful. Yeah. Okay. So I don't want to show you templates. That's not really meaningful. What I want to show you is opportunities. In other words, excuses to send emails to your customers, right? Because what the actual template really depends on your website's like design, and that's very customizable to everyone's businesses. Email opportunities are actually what's really important. So just a quick note. They've broken it down to 4 different sections called email newsletters, acquisition emails, retention, and promotions. This is the one I showed you. This is better and this is what everyone uses. Whoever wrote this is really outdated. Yeah, this is 2018. Nobody uses these sort of structure anymore. No, I don't want to say template. Not template. Okay, I'm gonna have to refine the search keyword, but basically, this is what I mean. Basically, excuses for you to send emails to your customers while still not bothering them. So this is about account-related messages. If this is like if you have a notification in your account and you want to let them know that hey, there's a new message, check it out, or your credit card information is out of date, please log in to update your credit card information, that sort of things. Birthday messages, this is doable as well. I know a lot of retailers do it nowadays. Up to you if you want to do this. Loyalty programs. Yeah, if you have a loyalty program, by all means. This is actually an automation and not a campaign. Campaigns, let me define what a campaign is. And campaigns are things you have to do manually. Workflows are things you set up once and it takes care of it themselves. So if I'm David and I have a coffee store and I want to run a promotion for, I don't know, April 1st. I don't know why that's a good day for running a promotion for coffee, but let's say I am. And what I'll do is I'll do a campaign, right? You wouldn't do it as part of automation. You actually can't. Actually, I think you can technically, but you would do it as an automation. Or let's say you launched a new brand of coffee beans, some kind of a dark roast or whatever, and you want to share that with your customers. You would run it as a campaign. So campaigns are one-time calls to action to let your customers know to, hey, come and check out your website. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. Honestly, I think these make sense, but honestly, like 90% of the time I've seen people use campaigns is really just running promotions and discounts. So I'm just gonna say promotions and discounts for now. Promote. yeah. So yeah, this is yeah. Use this for your most commonly used kind of campaigns. So promos, discounts, deals. Technically, all three are kind of the same thing. Like if you want to run a buy one get one free deal, you would do a campaign. New product launches, a campaign. Christmas holiday, you do a campaign, right? And then what you can do is you can then you can schedule your campaigns on an annual basis. So actually, what happens is if you've run your business for a year, on your second year, what you'll notice is that your second year's campaigns look really similar to your first year campaign. So all the holiday driven campaigns you can actually copy over. Discount codes, just change it a little bit. It's pretty straightforward, and you pretty much already have a set of campaigns ready to go for the new year. So that's what I recommend for campaigns. In addition to that, you might want to send additional emails. Generally speaking, this is a very, very general rule. You want to send one email per month, not and not space it out too much between emails. Because if you wait too long, people will become less engaged and they'll start to forget about your brand. A lot of the best retailers and online businesses, they send it pretty much every 2 weeks, every week to every 2 week. Every week is a little bit frequent, unless you have, unless you're catering to a specific audience, which I won't comment on. It really depends on your audience. But yeah, hopefully this is helpful. Before we go, I want to tell you a couple things you might want to keep in mind. Um, Converge. Why does this not auto size? Okay, so key data. So a couple key data for you to be aware of as you're going out on your marketing journey. Um, the first is I think is 1% spam rate. Let me. It might be. I think average email spam rate. Is it? Oh, okay. That's really. Oh, okay. Sorry. That's unsubscribe rate. I was thinking unsubscribe rate. I think. Okay, that's actually pretty good. So. Uh, what is this? 15, 15, 20. I'm just going to use 15 to 20%. Open rate. Why do they not have click-through rate? What is this? 2, okay. Yeah, I remember it's... Okay, so keep this in mind when you're doing your email marketing campaigns. So this is averages. What open rate is when you receive an email as a customer, if you click on that email to see the content, that is a open rate. Um, and if you like the content, you're interested in the promotion, when you click on the shop now button in that email, that is called a click-through. So that would measure the click-through rate. So 15 to 20% open rate, 2 to 3% click-through rate. And then once technically between the click-through rate and this, everything in between is um, on-site conversion metrics. So once they click through to your site, this is where you want to measure your on-site conversion rates. I'm pretty sure it's the low single digits for conversion rates. E-commerce store conversion rates. I think it's 2 to 3%. Okay, yeah, it's two. I'm gonna put like 2 to 3% here. And um, when they when they do these metrics, they don't define what a conversion is. I'm pretty sure this is purchase. I'm pretty sure this is purchase. Um, okay, let's assume this is purchase because this is pretty close to my store as conversion rate. So let's go with that for now. And this is what I remember it's always been. So I don't expect it to change very often. So it's been a while since I've checked up on these conversion rates. I just know kind of for my business what the conversion rates is. But so open rate, click-through rate, and then once they're on store, so every 100 people who click through, you're making maybe 2 to 3 sales. And then these two are very important. Keep this in mind. You definitely don't want to have more than 0.1%. Is it 0.1 or 0.01? I think it's 0.1% spam rate. If you do, you will get spammed and you will get caught in a spam filter, and basically your emails won't really reach your customers. And actually, most of the large email marketing tools like Klaviyo and MailChimp, they will actually actively monitor this for you because they actually also don't want you to spam people. Um, and just as a heads up for you guys, if you do end up spamming people and get caught, they will actually disable your account or they'll stop you from sending emails. Okay, so even though you are a paying customer to their email marketing tool, keep that in mind. Don't spam people for your own benefit and as well as for your customers' benefit. Anyways, I hope this is helpful. We've gone through a lot in terms of lead gen workflows as well as campaigns. We didn't go through actually how to set up each of these things because honestly, I think you can just do a Google search. But hopefully, this has been a good overview for you. What I'll do next time is probably go through in a little bit more in-depth tutorial on how to do more email marketing related strategies and just general guides. But if there are interesting things that you are curious about, feel free to leave a comment and I will be more than happy to do a quick video on that as well. Please like and subscribe if this has been helpful. Thank you so much. We will chat next time. Bye.